Hey there. I thought of recording a short video on a new tool launched by Andrew Ng. It's called OpenWorker. So let's see how it works on Windows. So let's see what Andrew Ng has mentioned on LinkedIn. So what he said, announcing OpenWorker, it's an open source agent that doesn't just chat with you, but it delivers finished work. Like you hand a polished document, you send a Slack message, or it can update a calendar entry as well. So, and it asks if you ask it to prepare a customer brief or untangle your calendar, draft a report, or triage a Slack alert, it works across your files and everyday tools, produces the deliverable, and checks in before doing anything consequential. So when I read this, the open worker announcement, it looks like it is similar to Claude Cowork and chat GPT work, but there are certain differences and some huge differences, right? So first of all, it's an open source. Second thing, it works with any model, whether it's Claude, OpenAI, Grok, Gemini, OpenWeight's model. So it works with any model. Bring your own key and start using it. So let's go to his website. So openworker.com, and let's read it. AI that gets your everyday task done. Asks for an outcome, just not just an answer. Open Worker works in the tools you use every day, your files, Slack, calendar, and more, and carries tasks through from start to finish, delivering a polished document, sending a Slack message, or updating a calendar entry. It checks in before important actions so you stay in charge. And you can download for Mac, and for download for Windows it's coming soon, but I'll show you how you can download for Windows as well. And this is the crux, it's 100% open source. You can see the code, modify the code, download the code for your own purposes, and yeah, tweak it. Bring your own model and API keys. That's another advantage, right? You don't want to be stuck with one of the models. So Claude Cowork works with Claude, ChatGPT works with OpenAI key, right? So in this case, in OpenWorker, you can bring your own model and API keys. Which models they support? They support OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, OpenWeight's model, Z.ai, DeepSeek, Kimi, Minimax, right? And a couple of more models they support. They also support local models from Olama. Uh, what tools can you connect? You can connect Slack, you can connect Outlook and Gmail, Calendar, Notion, HubSpot, GitHub, Google Drive. I mean, there are a lot of tools that you can connect with on this tool. So how it works, you ask for the outcome and OpenWorker handles the steps. So what you can say, let's take an example. What's the progress on Monday's launch? Let's say you message this tool, and then OpenWorker will work on your computer, connecting to models, whether the models are on the cloud, OpenWeight, or fully local. It can connect to the tools that you have given access to and will give you a finished outcome. Some of the use cases. Yeah, so you have sales use case. You can research accounts. It can connect you, let's say your CRM, in this case HubSpot, prepare meetings and drafts follow up. That sounds like you. You can use as it as an assistant. You can like triage the inboxes, keep your day on rails. You can use it in marketing efforts. You can use for ops on call. There are a couple of use cases that have been described here. So let's download it for Windows. So as you see, for Windows, the download, it says the download for Windows is coming soon. However, there is a way you can download it for Windows. And let's just go to his note, uh, LinkedIn post, click on source code. It will take you to the GitHub repository. And if you see the repository, you would see option to download for Windows. So what warning it will give once you start installing it on Windows? The builds are not yet code signed. So smart screen will warn signing is in progress, right? So what I can do, I can trust this and click on the download button. Yeah, it is downloading. It's a pretty small build, 42 MB. Yeah, it's now done setup. I'll click on it. Yeah, so OpenWorker is starting. Cool, you have the OpenWorker connected, and I've already used it before recording this video. So what you can do with it, right? So first of all, on the left hand side, there are a couple of tabs, right? You can click on new session, and once you click on new session, you would have what should be produced, right? So either you can analyze the files in a directory, you can connect to tools like HubSpot, or you can automate a weekly GitHub progress report. So these are some of the examples that you can do. Then you have search. Search will help you search within the chat, and then you can click on automations. And since I'm not signed into OpenWorker Cloud, there are a couple of options here. You can see the activity, what kind of tools it is running, automations, what automations you have set up, and then you click on settings. On settings, you have some general settings, theme settings, how many items you want to, conversations you want to see on the sidebar, where the temporary files are stored. So should I launch OpenWorker automatically when I sign in to my laptop? You can tick mark. And since OpenWorker works on your laptop, you have to ensure the system doesn't sleep. So you can check this setting. Models, they have access to a couple of models. In my case, OpenAI is already connected because my OpenAI key is already saved in my system. And for now, I have set up GPT 5.6 Luna as my default model. And then you can use voice input. Its voice input is completely local. If you want to download a voice model, whisper base, it will convert speech into text once you download it. So I'm not going to test this. And then you have connectors. Connectors are nothing but tools that you want to give access to OpenWorker. For now, I have connected my Gmail and my browser. And you can connect Telegram, Slack, any email, Google Calendar, and they have a couple of more connectors. And there's something called as inbox. Inbox is more of human in the loop. Any approvals the agent needs would come here actually. And if you want to configure the inbox, you can like send the messages on Slack channel. And there are a couple of more settings that we can evaluate. So let's see what automations, let's click on new session and see what we can do. So analyze the files in a directory. Okay, just hold on. And then there are a couple of more options I want to show. You can attach photo, image, PDFs and files to give context to your agent. Instead of doing the task, you can just do chat and brainstorm without without agent performing in task. If you want agent to ask for approval, just tick mark. If you want agent to run autonomously, just click on full access and send approvals to your inbox. When you click, the approvals would come in your inbox. And here you have GPT 5.6 OpenAI, and then you have more options to connect. So once you provide the keys, more models would come here and connect. And here's the voice option, and then you can send the button. So anything that you are working on, your task, the progress would be shown on the right hand side. So let's say if a task involves a couple of steps, the steps would be shown here. What document it is working on, it will, and what document it is producing would be available under artifacts. Access is what tools you have given access to. So currently the browser and Gmail I have access to. I conduct AI study groups, and I run a platform called as approachable.dev where the study groups are conducted. Uh, Currently the study group is happening on Claude ecosystem. So if you want to be part of that, check the link below and you can sign up for one of the study groups that is happening. I usually cover a lot of things about AI, Claude, and I do live demos. And yeah, if you're interested, you can join and be part of the live cohorts. Great. So let me ask something. So let's just analyze the files in a directory, and I can add a folder path here. Yeah, let's just add this folder. And allow writes? No, I would not allow any writes. I just wanted to read and analyze that. Yeah. Analyze the files in this folder and summarize it for me. Yeah. So you can run this task and the agent would start working. And second thing, what you can do is you can set up automations. So you can click on new automation, and there are predefined templates available: GitHub Digest, Pipeline Digest, Morning Brief, News Brief, Inbox Digest, Folder Cleanup, right? Some of the items are available. Let's say Morning Brief. So in the Morning Brief, I have already connected my Gmail, and I can click on new automation or news brief, right? So I can create an automation which will give me news every day at 8 o'clock. Create automation. So what I would do is search the web for the most important technology. I would say so for the most important, I'll edit it. AI news from the last 24 hours and write a concise 5 bullet briefing saved as a markdown file. Let me save it for now and run it and show you how it uses Haiku 5.5, 4.5 model. Yeah, so if you see on the right hand side, I have searched the web. So the task is broken down into steps where you have searched the web for AI news from last 24 hours, compile 5 bullet briefing and save as markdown file. So now my agent is working autonomously, and it's first doing searching the web, and then it will go to the next task and the next task. Let's see what it's doing. It created the plan and started the work for searching AI news in the last 24 hours. Yeah, it's compiling the 5 bullet briefing now. Yeah, now it wants to write to markdown file. It's asking a permission from me. Allow. Yes, great. So I have a briefing. Claude Opus was launched. NVIDIA has initiative. ChatGPT agent was exploited. AI discovered some vulnerabilities in Redis, and some Indian specific news is there. So this is one of the ways you can do automations. And if you want this summary to come to your email on a daily basis, what you have to do is you have to go to connectors and connect your Gmail account. And for connecting to any of these platforms, you have to sign into OpenWorker cloud, and then you will be able to sign in. Let's do few more automations. Can we analyze the files in the directory? So I'll pick a folder. I will not allow writes. I'll add the folder and I'll ask, analyze the files in this folder and summarize what matters. Run. So it will ask me permission to run some commands. I'll say always allow. Perfect. So it analyzed my folder, which is Claude Cowork folder. Yeah, there is a PPT file. There are some couple of images are there. There is a dataset file. Yeah, it has summarized the folder. And if I want to do further actions on the folder like cleanup or creating a presentation or creating an Excel file, I can use this uh, tool or the agent to do the task for me. So tell me, what do you think about this and how are you planning to use it in your day-to-day work? And I'll be happy to hear your inputs on this.